OK Corral gunfight site. Right, pal? But that's where Liz Taylor and James Dean stayed. Right now I got my very best pal in the whole wide land, and we are about to road trip back across the US. Today's destination, a place I've always wanted to go, Tombstone, Arizona.
I'm your huckleberry.
That's right. I don't know a whole lot about real Tombstone, but I do know a whole lot about the film with Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell, because I've seen it a billion times. We got 7 hours and change. I definitely have better company than just myself. She's settling in. She's got an adventure suit on. Let's go do some adventures, right? Little brown dog is in road trip mode, taking her nap. She's a great travel dog. She's so rad. She's great every kind of dog. #1 dog. Very best pal. Just iconic American highways that go to the horizon and then continue on. It's just incredible. Front row seat to this incredible landscape. I mean, we're doing 88 miles an hour, but relatively speaking, because we're in wide open spaces, it just doesn't really even feel like it, because the space around us is just so big. This time I got my #1 pal though. He's doing naps. Right, buddy? I forgot you were here. That would almost have been very, very bad. Man. Here you go. I was looking at the scenery. Forgot all about it. All right, we made it to Katie's Cozy Cabins. We'll take a better look. We're about, I don't know, half mile from the OK Corral. Quiet night in Tombstone. We went out to go try to get a bite, me and dog did, and it did not work out. We did learn that we just missed Hell Dorado, which is apparently a big weekend thing, so it was apparently packed here, and everybody split town this morning, so nothing's really open. So we stopped by the grocery store, got some cans of soup, and we're gonna make the best of our time here, right, bud? We did a little walk. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna go see the OK Corral. And then we're gonna move on, and we're gonna head on down the road to our next adventure. Right, bud? All right, it's bright and early. It's a little earlier than 7. Right, little brown dog? And we are in Katie's Cozy Cabins. It's very cute and cozy. We got the Tombstone silhouettes on the counter, which is pretty cool. We're gonna go for a walk. Yeah, Katie's Cozy Cabins is exactly as it's described. It's 4 little cabins. We're about a half mile from the OK Corral, so we're gonna walk. Sun's just coming up through the trees. Let's have a couple slugs of coffee, and then we're gonna head down the street. Dog heard the word walk and OK Corral, so she insisted, so coffee will have to wait. We're walking right into the sunrise, which is really pretty. It's 7 a.m. here. There's mountains over there. Hey, those are neat. Edward Schifflin, the prospector who discovered silver that made this town a thing, which is actually really kind of neat. I'm not sure where the silver mine was from here, but just thinking about wandering this area and this terrain, looking for silver or gold or whatever, you know, and surviving until you got, I don't want to say lucky, but you know what I mean, lucky. OK Corral gunfight site. I guess this is where it happened. Crazy. Not exactly 100% sure where in the town, but here is apparently the answer. This is really neat. We have the town to ourselves with the sanitation department, and that's it. The OK Corral site is right behind us. Apparently the building collapsed sometime in the 40s or 50s and then was rebuilt on the same site using the original plans. Fell into disrepair because of the use of the automobile, so people weren't bringing their horses and stabling them anymore, which does make sense. But it says on the plaque, the gunfight lasted less than 3 seconds, between the Earps and Doc Holliday and the Clantons and McClowrys. We passed Boot Hill Cemetery on the way in here. It's probably about 3 miles out of town. That's where not only are the Clantons buried that were killed during the gunfight, but also the famous grave of Lester Moore. I think it just says he died in a fight over a package, but famously that name has been used on novelty tombstones. Here lies Lester Moore. Took 4 slugs from a 44, no less, no more. Don't think that's what it says, but he is in Boot Hill. Hey, bud, let's go walk down the other side, see what's going on. Curly Bill Brocious killed Fred White here on October 28, 1880. Fred White, I believe, is also buried in Boot Hill. So, I mean, it really is lovely having this to just me and dog. We're cool with that. Right, pal? This building's been rebuilt, but this is the corner where Virgil was shot. It seems like the whole town suffered a very large fire at some point. I keep missing the date. It's everywhere. It's pretty funny. Well, Dog and I had a wonderful time walking through the streets of Tombstone this morning. It's 8:05 and it's time to say, well,
bye.
All right, yeah, that's Curly Bill from the movie. That's how he did it. It wasn't very nice, but it's a great line. Anyway, Dog and I are gonna continue our adventure. Right, bud? That's pretty good. Katie's cabins are a win. Neat. It's an old Cadillac hearse. These little dudes don't care. Just doing their own little deer thing. Dog, you have a deer paint job. Super interesting. I just kind of wanted to see it. That's Boot Hill Cemetery. Dog's not allowed, which, you know, cemeteries, that's pretty common, right, bud? They don't want dogs that are less polite than you to do their business around the graves. But it's actually a beautiful spot overlooking these mountains. Legend is they call it Boot Hill because people that are in this graveyard died with their boots on. I don't know if that's true at all, but it's a fun legend. Right, Dog? Dog, they got an old YJ. Dog and I love YJs. But are you the greatest road tripping dog in the whole wide land? I mean, it's such a fortunate situation. I love being with this dog. We love being with this dog, and we love traveling with the dog. Greatest dog in the land. Speaking of the land, look at this. We're, I think, 2 hours away, a little less. Dog's doing some naps in preparation. And I'm listening to some car talk, watching the world go by. So we are on the Texas state roads. Fascinating. Headed toward Marfa. We're not too far from Marfa. The most exciting part about kind of going a little out of the way for this is I think that we're going to be on state roads that I've never taken. For the most of the rest of Texas, we'll probably connect to the main highway back at Tyler on the far side of Dallas, almost near Shreveport, Louisiana. So I'm hoping that this is kind of the preview for the rest of the ride. And if it's not, I always got this to look at. See for 100 miles, but would you believe it if I told you that our destination is 8 miles away? Let's see what this is all about. What are you guys? That looked like James Dean in Giant, and I don't know if they filmed Giant out here. Feels like a long way to go for a 50s Hollywood production, but Google will give us an answer. We'll have it right here. Neat little motels. Hope some restaurants open for real snacks. I feel like I've mentioned that 2,800 times. We'll do a little Googling, see something that's pet friendly, share some dog fries, right, bud? Here we are. This is where we're staying, at the Lincoln. All right, pal, what do you think? Let me get us settled in, and I'll be right back, okay? Parked right there with the dog. This is it. This is great. Excellent. All right, let's take the dog for a walk. I mean, really, this whole town looks like an Edward Hopper painting right now. It's so still, but the light is hitting it just right. It's super, it's not eerie, it's peaceful, but it has that lonely, not quite Twilight Zone, still but beautiful feeling, you know? Like a Hopper painting. All right, so I'm gonna ride out, see if I can get some grub real quick, get back to the dog. We just went for a long walk. Unfortunately, it feels like a lot of Marfa takes Monday off, which makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of people stop by on the weekends, but we'll see what we can do. I mostly want to hang out with the dog anyway, but a little food to go would be cool. All right, so my bicycling tour turned into a driving tour because my very best pal in the whole wide land did not want to be left behind. She started singing the blues, little puppy songs as soon as I left, and so first of all, I'd rather hang out with her than almost anybody in the whole wide world. So definitely between hanging out with the dog or just bicycling for the sake of it, and now that we're hanging again, she's happy as can be. We're gonna try to swing into a place called the Watering Spot. They got a green chili cheeseburger that we probably ought to try. Get some dog fries. If dog's willing to participate, she'll come in with me. Otherwise, dog can hang out for a few minutes and we'll run in and get a burger or something to go. All right, we got a chicken sandwich to go. Dog did her best. It sure beats, you know, a La Quinta Inn next to a Chili's. All right, LD's all set up in her adventure suit. I've got to finish packing our stuff, but I think we're gonna go for a lap around Marfa. Because, right? Yeah. Dog, you wanna go for a dog walk? Okay. All right, final sweep. Adios, Lincoln, Marfa. This is a good place to stay, I think, especially if you got pets. It's a beautiful morning. Got my phone, got my dog. That's really all I need. I can figure out the rest. We are 20 hours from Atlanta because we chose adventure instead of the straight line on the major highways. We're gonna do the same today. Take the state road. It's gonna add maybe an hour to our route. Yeah, I got treats in my pocket, pal. You found them, good girl. All right, now can you get in your bucket? Get in your bucket, let me in. Let me in. No, they're for you for later. For later. You wanna sit in? I'll give you one. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. All right, adventure time, LD. 700 miles, 695 to be exact. It's saying 10 hours on the nose. And that is taking our back roads. That doesn't make sense, or it doesn't really matter. Does it? Let me double check. On my phone, it's saying 11 hours. On my screen, it's saying 10. Do we have a time change? I can't tell anymore. I'm so lost. Rough start, huh, bud? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where we're going. All right, so here we go. I don't know why my phone's saying 11 hours and my little screen-a-madoodle that is only getting the information from my phone is saying 10. This is definitely one of those things, if you've road tripped before and you're trying to do something cool, Google's gonna try to correct me and take the fastest route, but I don't want the fastest route. Dog and I want the Mobetta route. Right, bud? Mobetta. Right. We're busting out of town on a 2-lane road. We're gonna cruise on this for 35 miles and then it's gonna try to send me to 20 and I'm gonna say, no, I'm not even gonna do that. Tobago Vision, we're a quarter mile out of town and it's mobile homes and power substations and yeah, I don't know what those are. Those are neat though, little cabins. I feel like there's a space alien viewing platform out here. Yeah, I don't know. Marfa's two very different towns coexisting on the same plot of land, right? There's like arts and economy based on, you know, expendable income. And then there's like hard-working dudes out here doing something. And then, well, shipping container art installations. We're headed right into the sun. See you in a bit. Man, we're just getting into it, but it is a stunning morning. I mean, everybody's heard of golden hour at this point, but I feel like Marfa's got, you know, maybe an hour and a half that are not golden hour, and I don't know what it is or why it is or if it's the time of year, but it was really beautiful when we got in. The sun was up for a couple hours, and then this morning, as the sun has been coming up, it's really been something, and that's been going on for about 2 hours. Dog agrees, but I mean, this is pretty neat. We're rolling through a town already called Alpine, Texas, which is within 25 miles of Marfa. Bunch of neat little hotels, some bigger hotels, cabins. I'm hoping to see a lot of this today. Small towns just have much, much, much more character than the chain stores that pop up everywhere, because they are designed to be all the same no matter where you are. I'd eat there, cow dog, whatever that is. It's closed, but maybe we'll find some coffee shops or something like that along the way, or a neat lunch spot. That'd be cool. I keep going back to foods because, like, you know, you get a taste of the town, see what these people are into and what they're doing creatively. Still so early in our journey, but people complain about driving in Texas, but I think they're just driving in the wrong place in Texas, you know? I feel like this is one of the staples of the Great American Road Trip, and I keep seeing it over and over again, and it keeps blowing my mind. Maybe if you live out here, you get used to it, but where I live, the tree canopy is so heavy, and it is beautiful, but you just can't see very far, ever. And over again, we're getting these straight roads that end at the horizon, seemingly, and then we'll get there and they'll just continue on. It's really wild. I mean, there's a lot more to an American road trip. The Americana, the tourist traps, the, you know, the snacks, the landscape changes, all these things, but this is one of them, you know, the iconic endless highway, and that's really where we are. I mean, we got to the horizon and look, incredible. I mean, I'm loving this. I had to tell Google I didn't want a decision made to save 27 minutes on a 10-hour drive to put me through Dallas. Like, nah, dog. I meant what I said the first time. Dog settled in. So we stopped at a little town called Iran with 2 A's. First stop, I just wanted to fill up with gas just in case. Oh man, Kenny's Donuts might be good. They got kolaches. Oh, the next one. Kolaches are a Texas thing. We should be hitting another town, I think, in about 20 miles, but I wanted a full tank of gas in case I'm wrong. Regretting not seeing that kolache sign. Busy yakking to used guys. We'll find some kolaches, right, bud? But we turned out of town, and man, here we go again. 2 lanes to the horizon. 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. No tractor trailer traffic, you know. Might be onto something. Dog's still taking solid naps. I have not gotten over this. I feel like I have this whole road to myself. I see a car every 10 minutes, 15 minutes going the opposite way, but here's one now. But it's just mile after mile after mile of 2-lane road. All right, we're pulling into town. I think this is El Dorado. It's out by the water tower there. So we're gonna keep our eyes peeled for some kolaches. I'm not feeling kolaches though. I'm not getting the kolache sense about me. But it is Texas. And it is somewhat still in the middle of nowhere, so Kolache. And we can conjure them. I missed an opportunity. Fate granted me a kolache shop and I bypassed it. I did not swerve like I should have done. So next time, how about there? No. We will keep our eyes out and we'll see what we see when it is that we see it. You know what I mean? Who knows what's out there? Pulling up on a weird dust phenomenon here. What's going on? Oh, that's going on. Okay. They're mulching. I can see that for like a mile. Right, bud. Menard, Texas. 1871. Here we are. Again, we're using our peepers to hopefully find delicious snacks. If not, onward. Taco Express, Cutter's Barbecue. I feel like I'm making a mistake here not jumping on this. Into it. Cutter's Barbecue it is. See you in a second. Oh, dog. And I got barbecue snackitude. Right, bud? Yeah, we got some sausages for us. This is gonna make today mo better. You gotta just go with your instinct, right? We're in really the middle of Texas. Both north and south and east and west, I think. I'd have to look at a map. But my map won't even load because there's no cell phone service, but there is a barbecue stand. So it's Texas, we got brisket and some sausages because dog likes sausages and I like sausages, so sausages. All right, smells great. Anyway, on the road. So that was truly a one-man stand. He was taking the orders and he was making the orders. He brought them out. Brisket, sando. I got you, bud. We're gonna hook you up. Bam. Yep. I'm telling you, man. Oh, that's good. It's one of the great things about street food. This isn't like, we're not comparing it to the universe. Is it a good one of those? Yeah, it is a spectacular one of those. If brisket is Texas, so is a sausage wrapped in a tortilla. You know what I mean? A little dipping sauce. Of course, pal. Yeah. Tortilla. All right, we're definitely set for another 6.5 hours, 6 hours, 41 minutes of driving before we get to where we gotta go. But this is the adventure. Right, pal? All right, dog and I had some brisket and some sausages and made it to the next town. This town's got a stoplight though, so this is big time. I see a great big smoker, but it doesn't seem to be smoking. So I think our instincts were correct. Right, pal? Dog would like more sausage, please. We are cruising along past beautiful farmland. I mean, got an espresso from a portable espresso maker. Dog and I had some barbecue snacks, and now we're looking at a brand new landscape. Check this out. We got green, we got hay bales, we got a sleeping dog. Number one, pal. Such a good road trip, buddy. Somebody's been in the car all day. So it's not as exciting, but here we are. Dog is settling in like a champion. I got her some dog shrimp, some dog fries. There's a po' boy. Rewarding her excellent, chilled out dog behavior. I haven't even opened that po' boy. I don't think I'm gonna get to it tonight. I'm so tired, but we got it just in case. World's greatest dog. One more down the road, pal. It's not bright, but it is very early. Dog woke up, did a little bit of a walk, and now we are gonna blow this pop stand and make it back to Dog's yard today. Big goals. Dog hasn't seen her yard in about 10 months. And she's been such a good sport about it. But she's gonna be back to being a free range dog today. How many miles we got before fuel? 177. Let's gas up and hit the boogie machine, right, bud? We'll see how we feel. Maybe we'll stop along the way, do some adventure, and maybe we're just gonna be ready to be home. I've been on the road 10 days or so. A couple days in Los Angeles, but other than that, over 500 miles a day. So we've really been moving. It's time to be done. Time to be home where the rump rests. Isn't that what they say? Hakuna Matata? Dog, I'm clearly very tired. All right, we gassed up. We are 9 hours and 10 minutes from home. That's plus a 1 hour time change, so 10 hours. 6:57 in the morning. So 7 a.m. calculus tells us 5 plus the time change 6. We'll be hitting Atlanta right in time for traffic. Perfect. All right, we've just about made it across Louisiana. Dog is here, and this bridge is really cool. Passed it back in April in the Camaro with great relief that we had survived as far as Mississippi. So here we go, once again crossing the mighty Mississippi River. Beautiful. Really wild. $224 miles. Here we go. Dog, we're in Georgia. Buddy, we're so close, but we're stuck in terrible traffic. Less than 10 miles from home. 10 days, 4,500 miles, countless episodes of car talk, coast to coast and back. One number one dog. Very best pal. Worth it. Right, bud? You're tired, I know. How's the dog? Hey, bud. This is your house? Is this your neighborhood? Hey, bud, do you know where we are? Is this your house? Is this where you go? Is this your house, buddy? Are we home? Did we make it? We did. We made it. This is your dog house. Let me get you. Let me get you. Yeah, this is where we live. I know. I'll work on it. Let me get you. Well, here we go. We finally we made it back, huh, bud? Free range dog. Everything the sun touches is hers. Yeah, pal. What a journey. It's a mess out here. We got a lot of projects to do. As always, thanks for watching. The support's been really incredible this year. This year's been insane. I appreciate every bit of it. I'm thrilled to be hanging out with Dog. I'm thrilled that Dog has a place to be free range. We'll be doing some adventures. We'll be working on projects. But for now, we're just gonna be here. Right, bud? That was all right, huh? We did good. All right, go be free. Go do dog stuff. Thanks, pal. Good luck on your adventures out there. We'll see you next time between the sharks, right, bud?